Hi, I'm Don Rose, car specialist at RM Auctions. It was my pleasure to be involved with this fantastic Ferrari. The 250 LM was a watershed for Ferrari in that after a dozen years of winning races with their 250 series, when the car was introduced in 1964, it was the first mid-engine Ferrari that was built in serialized production. They called it the 250 LM, obviously, with their sights on Le Mans. Ferrari achieved overall victory, first and second place in 1965 with the 250 LM, which continued to make the statement about Ferrari viability in sports car racing. There were a number of independent teams throughout the history of Ferrari. S.p.A. in Belgium, North American racing team run by Canetti in the US, and Garage Filippinetti in Switzerland. Quite active and quite successful in all forms of European racing. They were extremely successful with the car right out of the box. It ran at least 3 championship races, including Montlhéry, Monza, podium finish there, after which the car went to Germany, raced with gusto. Inevitably, it suffered a crash in Germany that virtually destroyed the body, but the chassis and running gear were unharmed. And the owner at that point had a Porsche 906 with a blown engine. So for him, it was an easy decision at the time to take his leftover 906 body and put it onto the running gear and the chassis of this particular LM. And he called the car a Ferrari 250 LMP and continued to have impressive success, mostly in hill climbing. By the end of the 2000s, the car was taken back to the Ferrari factory to have its prior restoration perfected to Ferrari factory spec, where it received the ultimate certification of authenticity, which is the Ferrari Classic A Red Book. Well, for me personally, the 250 LM is an icon. I was 10 years old, the perfect age to discover these things. And I was a big Le Mans fan at the time. The car has a look that's undeniably stunning. It's brutally handsome is the way I would put it. Absolutely purposeful. There's not a line or a scoop or anything on it that's not related to performance superiority. And they've proven itself, and the car, being the first production mid-engine car and one of the last of the 250 series cars, I think is extremely significant. They made approximately 32 copies, many, if not most of which, were written off in racing. So there's very few cars with their histories as well known and intact as this particular example, number 5899.